this is going to come out to the 35. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Takes it to about the 37. You look at this Colt defense, and they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the 1st down.
Come on.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Flowers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of 14. And the Ravens 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, we might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Stop.
Richardson off the play fake. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Ready?
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. When you look at this defense, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Down the field, he's got Warren. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, 32 yards. And the Colts are back within a score.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make our score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. First down, here's Mitchell. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Come on.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now 2nd and 3.
Ready? 19.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Third down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And space tough to come by there. So he gets maybe a yard to the 37.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. Dad plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Inside handoff, Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Okay, quick.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Now back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
On the jump.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Smash, smash. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now it's Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
At the 18-yard line.
Incomplete.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert get to the half and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. On for the extra point is Folk. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's go. 60 by Teddy. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
There's no rest to my shutting down. Whenever I get your money up. Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. Oh, he bowls over it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll drop to throw. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now Richardson. That complete to Downs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Gould, 53 yards. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this one will come out to the 30 now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Henry. Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Back to 60. 19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 27 yards. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, Lou back out to kick this one away. Runs over him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They go play action with Richardson. He's got him in, complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. Now Richardson. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 31.
It'll be a gain of 5.
A gain of 5.
And it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Come on, set. Viking.
Richardson looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
A handoff running left, Henry. Now he's loose at the 40. Breaks through the contact. To the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
19 Tiger.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And running with power here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's good.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And when you have success doing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. This one into the hands of Will Mallory. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go, shot.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Pierce. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce, 26 yards. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, It actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the ring with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Hey, check that, check that. Let's go.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Oh, a solid stiff arm. It's an open field. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with